More sunshine in store for our Friday. Good morning, guys. Going to be a little bit brighter to end the work week after we really didn't see all that much sunshine throughout the last few days. This is the live look over Park Central Square and downtown, looking south and westward from our camera there on top of the Holland building. We can see some clouds, though, this morning on satellite and radar, which are going to continue to break on up as dry air works in from the north. As high pressure settles in, it's all because of a cold front that has been working southward through the area. Temperatures are already cooling down to our north in Lake Ozark and Clinton in the middle 20s there. Rolla also at 25. Now at freezing in Springfield compared to the upper 30s there across some of our northwestern Arkansas communities. It does feel a little bit worse out there. Wind chills are in the 20s here across much of southwest Missouri. It does feel more like 36 in Branson. Remember, where we do have calm winds, we're not going to be dealing with any wind chill out there. As we step through the rest of our Friday, you can see all that sunshine that will be had here across the Ozarks. Lower 40s by 3 o'clock this afternoon, but we are tracking some unsettled conditions by the latter half of the weekend, and we'll talk a little more about that and that 7-day forecast, guys, in just a little bit.
All right, TJ, thank you. Now, if the blur between work and home is still a struggle for those working from home, mimicking your routine from before the pandemic might be a solution. Nigel McDonald talked to some experts about this. Nigel, what did they tell you about that routine and why that's so important?
Yeah, well, experts say keeping a routine can be critical for your mental health and work-life balance. Now, owner of the Virtual Savvy, Abby Ashley, says having a designated workspace is key. However, for most of us, this might not be an entire office, as many weren't expecting to work remote. So it can be as simple as setting up a table. She also says communicating your daily schedule with your family can help.
Right now, I know a lot of people have kids at home too, which was not, they didn't plan to have to work from home or to have kids at home. And so for what my husband and I do is every night we sit down and we say, okay, what do I have going on? What do you have going on? What do the kids have going on? And then we work to come up with a schedule that works for us. So if I have a meeting, he's making sure that he's watching the kids or doing other things. If he has a meeting, same thing, then I kind of take over and we just try to, balance that schedule.
Well, Ashley's final piece of advice is to allow yourself some grace. Now, if you want to learn about all of her tips, head on over to our website, ozarksfirst.com.
All right, thank you, Nigel. The Greene County prosecutor has ruled the shooting of a Springfield man in front of his Maryland Avenue home by DEA agents was justified. In November, they shot and killed 25-year-old Caleb Slay, and then upon review by police, agents allegedly witnessed a possible drug deal by a man at an apartment and followed him to Maryland Avenue, where he had parked behind a vehicle Slay was in. County prosecutor Dan Patterson ruled that it was justified based on claims from agents that Slay was armed, disobeying orders, and resisting arrest. But Slay's mother disagrees, as she believes he only looked into one side of the story.
He was executed, and the fact that his gun was still on his right hip, he never reached for it, his hands were up, and the report in which I read doesn't include the eyewitness statements. It is only going merely off the DEA's recount of what happened.
Slay's mother wants an independent investigation. The prosecutor's full report is on ozarksfirst.com.
Keeping crime in focus, a Springfield man facing murder charges in connection to a fatal shooting last year is expected to be arraigned in court today. 20-year-old Daryl Thomas has been charged with second-degree murder, armed criminal action, and unlawful possession of a firearm. The shooting happened on September 18th of 2020 in the parking lot of an apartment complex near Harrison and Thomas Avenue in Springfield. The victim of the shooting was identified as 19-year-old Kenneth Wright.
36-year-old Seth Hay will be arraigned in court today as he's charged for allegedly hitting a Greene County deputy with a car over a month ago and faces 3 counts of first-degree assault, second-degree kidnapping, and resisting a lawful stop. According to a statement, Hay picked up a passenger to purchase meth. He says that during the chase, he ate it all and then hit Greene County Lieutenant Steve Westbrook's car because he wanted to, quote, end it all and didn't want to go back to prison.
One of the 3 inmates who escaped from the Iron County Jail in southeast Missouri has been captured. Tracy Brown was taken into custody late Wednesday night in New Mexico. During questioning, he told authorities all 3 inmates traveled to Denver, Colorado together and then split up there. A $5,000 reward is being offered for information leading to the arrest of Dwight Abernath and Samuel Gillum.
Over in Kansas for you, Governor Laura Kelly announced that the state is moving into phase 2 of its vaccine distribution plan. That covers high contact critical workers like first responders, grocery store workers, and teachers. Kansas will begin distributing its next supply of vaccines to local health departments, which will then decide how to distribute the supply based on the needs in the region.
Teachers and staff from Decatur schools in Arkansas were vaccinated against COVID-19 yesterday. In all but 90 vaccines were administered in Gravette at Ozarks Community Hospital. School staff say getting the shots was vital not only for the adults but for the kids as well.
The irregularity of a teacher having to be quarantined more than once is uncomfortable for those students. You know, that's their safe place. And so if their teacher's in and out, that can cause them to have some mistrust issues and discomfort from not having the standard of what their regular school day is.
Staff say their school nurse was the driving force behind getting them their shots so quickly.
And some other local news for you this morning. The new Cox Health Hospital in Monette is opening today. It's a $42 million facility that replaces the former hospital, which was built in 1953 and now sits in a residential area. Darren Bass is the president of Cox Health Monette. He says the old facility will close as soon as the last patient is discharged or transferred. That should be happening this evening. Construction on the project had started in May of 2019.
And now here's a look at what's coming up after Daybreak.
Coming up, a day after the U.S. recorded over 4,300 COVID-19 deaths, President Biden announces a wartime effort against the virus. But why are some healthcare workers hesitant to take the vaccine? Coming up on CBS This Morning.
All right, guys, trending this morning, there was, limited traveling last year, and American Airlines has a lot of leftover wine. So they're trying to get rid of that wine.
Well, they canceled the food and beverage service
That's right.
for a while,
there was
too.
no
Yeah,
food
they
and
did.
service beverage as well. So all that leftover wine, they're trying to get rid of it and make some money off of it as well. People can buy this. This is a home delivery service for the American Airlines wine. But you have to, it's called a flagship sellers, but you have to buy what they call the flagship tickets. So it's not for everyone. If you book with American Airlines, the flagship tickets, which are high-end ticketing option and are available for international and domestic flights,
Guys,
then you can sign up for the wine.
Nothing about me is high-end. So, I'm already out, right?
I love that.
My
Oh,
mom,
boy.
on the flip side, Joe, I'm going to go the other way. My mom always said, you have very expensive taste. You need to cool yourself on down. You need to calm down,
Really?
So
TJ.
we have two extremes
what-
here. Nothing high-end about this one, and that one apparently,
Boy.
according to his mom, everything high-end.
Lisa
Let me
Springer
try some
putting
of the
it in,
wine that
yeah.
he's going to get. Let's do that.
So yeah, you can do a $99 membership monthly, TJ, if this is something you want to
I
do.
don't even think
you
I'm
get
up
all
for
the wine you want, or if you just want to buy individual ones, they vary from $13 to $40. So
Put me in for the 13 one. I can do that one.
You do the
Not
thir- yeah.
we can do that.
we'll start there, right? Here at home, chilly but sunny.
Yeah, really nice end to the work week, guys, but we're tracking the unsettled weather here for the latter half of the weekend into the start of next week.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that for the weekend. Thank you, TJ. Look at that beautiful sunrise. Thanks for joining us.